Corey Melton, Mind the Streets. We're in Coney Island today with the wonderful, the beautiful, the talented, the sophisticated Arianna Rose. She's got a wonderful message. We're going to get into that today. We're going to walk, we're going to talk, and we're going to shoot some street photography. First, I want to know if you ever shot street photography before.
Never, ever.
Okay, so name of the game is, and we are in an insane place right now. There's going to be a lot of visual stimuli everywhere. So if anything you see that you find interesting, I want you to pick up that camera and click away. You can shoot wide, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. Whatever you see, whatever catches your eye, you take a photo of it and we'll talk about it later. Cool?
Yes.
Awesome, let's get to walking and talking. Do you know? That's why I rarely ask for somebody to take their photo. But you'll see as I'm walking, I'm going to be interacting with people because I just love to talk smack to anybody I come across, you know? Yeah, so what I do is I'll hit the little shutter button to wake her back up again. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I like this kid right here. Boom, beautiful kid. That kid had a great expression on his face. I need instant you know what? Instant gratification, I got to see. Oh, this money. You brought it up. Oh, so fun. And what a beautiful day for this.
Shoes on, I would totally hit him.
And see, I like these kids with the stuffed animals here.
Yes.
And so because I'm a lot taller than they are, I'm going to take their image, right? I'm going to try to. Okay. I'm not going to just angle my camera down to them. I'm going to get low on their level to make it kind of, you want to give it a shot?
Yes.
Let's give it a shot. So let's creep over here like we're talking, mind our own business, get a little bit closer. The name of the game is close when it's people. You want to be close. You want to be close. Children's good too, but they look great, you know? Yeah. Like that's adorable. I love that. I love that. So I'm gonna come here. Oh, sorry, bro. I owe you a beer. Oh, my guy, I owe you a beer, man. Sorry, man. Was that a beer? Oh, hold on, man. I got to rectify. That was my fault, dude. Are you sure? Oh, I'm sorry, man. And that caused chaos. Oh, I'm so sorry, bro. Oh, and I think I got that. So I think I got him spilling the beer. Let me see.
Double cheating. Do you see this?
Yeah, I got it. No, that's one of those live moments, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, look at this guy posing right here. Take that guy's photo. Take that guy's photo. Boom, quick, be quick. Boom. Yeah. What do you mean it's not on?
No, I swear when I put it.
Let me see.
No, now it's on.
Now it's on? Let me see. I mean, it's on.
Yeah, but then Okay, if I put it up, I have to hit the shutter down if I put it up and it's black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just hit the shutter and it'll wake her up and then you fire away. Yeah, it'll wake her up. So how long were you doing the modeling career? I know you've had a lot of side hustles over the years, and that's kind of one of your keys to building wealth.
Yes.
You know, and success is have multiple side hustles. So what are some of the side hustles that were your favorites?
You do what you gotta do to come to New York and be able to buy groceries and keep your lights on.
Well, for sure, yeah.
Yes. It's the expressions too. When you capture someone looking at you.
Yeah, you make that little connection real quick. Yeah. Yeah, I call that.
You just see me through one eye.
Yeah, I call that standing in the pocket sometimes, knowing you're gonna get busted, but
yeah,
you want to make that connection with them. Yeah, you do it anyways. Like, oh.
I love it.
But
live life dangerously.
But what I tell everybody, because one of the biggest things and the biggest obstacles that people have when they're out shooting street photography in environments like this is they're worried about the confrontation of taking a photo of somebody and then somebody getting kind of upset with them. 99% of the time, if you just hit them with a compliment right afterwards, it diffuses the situation immediately. And it doesn't even need to be, it doesn't even need to be true. You know, oh, I love your shirt, I love your whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Compliments win the game.
Yo, sugar over spice makes everything nice. Yo, what is going on here with this guy? See him, Mr. Gold Statue Man? Right behind Tom here? Yeah.
And sometimes people feel so flattered when you want to take their photo.
Yeah. So one of the things when I was in London for a couple of weeks while my wife was working, I was at the square and there was a street performer in all gold. And he had this weird visual trick where it looked like he was sitting. But I don't know, it was very weird. But one of the things I did was capture the children's expressions of them watching the guy. So let's see if we can get one of those shots because the children's expressions are always so good. So let's circle around this guy. The men behind him's good too, right? So yeah, let's work this scene a little bit and see what we got. Ready? Let's see. Oh, so So Arianna, so see the kids on the railing right there? That's a great shot. So I would get close, and they already scattered, missed it. See how quick that happens? But that would have been a good shot of those kids in the. He's scaring people. I love that guy.
I got it.
So let's talk about these side hustles again.
Yeah.
So side hustling, modeling was one of the gigs.
Modeling.
What else were we doing?
I also was a bartender.
We've all been there, all done that.
Yes.
Shout out to our staff, our bartenders and waitresses and waiters.
Yes.
Always working
you end up
hard.
working
Yeah.
random jobs. Like I did event work where I did like the first event that Lyft ever did when they came from San Francisco to New York.
The
Your
car
girl.
service?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Like back in the day.
Okay.
This is like decade plus ago. And those sorts of things where you're doing whatever kind of shift work to pay the bills and you're discovering what you really love along the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this
hopefully,
shot right
and-
here. I don't know why, but I'm drawn to it, and I'm gonna take it. As soon as these people clear my path, in 5, 4. Now, too many people, huh? This is one of those you gotta be patient. Oh, there's another snake
I
man.
know,
Oh,
I
it's
know.
double
They're
snake
double.
man. Double snaked up. Boom. Boom. Double snake man. I'm gonna go work these double snake men. Remember, you can't
Those are
compliment a
tricky.
man on his snake. Get it.
Too late.
Oh, wow. You notice that the second we stop, we just get swallowed by the people. Have you noticed that?
Each time.
Oh, we got an iguana here too?
This iguana's got some wings.
So I'm going to try to get on the iguana's
There you
level
go.
and
I
keep the
love
iguana
it.
in focus
Yes.
and maybe get the kid in the background. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. Thank you. Oh, so sorry. Pardon me. Beautiful dog, man. Oh, snap.
It's like a farm today. I know.
Now, I like the way this lone,
Palm tree?
palm, thank you. I was looking for the word. This is one called a pineapple. Oh, get the seagull in the action there. So great, so great. Look at this jovial woman here, looking great. Oh, got her. So now, let's get into you a little bit more.
Anyways.
So we were on side hustles. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive in NYC. I
Yes,
get that,
yes.
been there, done that.
Yes.
Your path to where you are now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that because you're now in this whole space where you are empowering and helping people with emotional intelligence and teaching them how to be their best version. But,
Yep.
and as we were talking pre-interview, you had mentioned that you yourself had kind of gone through a rough patch in your life. So it kind of
we
makes
all
sense that
have.
you are now a coach in those things. You're not just somebody who's just preaching the gospel and hasn't actually lived the gospel. Correct? Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, you can't be like a personal trainer who's not in the gym, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So I don't know. Everybody kind of lives their life, and I think that we all get pointed out the lessons and the things that we are meant to learn for ourselves, and people either head through that path of getting comfortable in the uncomfort, learning how to be consistent and disciplined in your pursuit of your greatest self.
Being comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Or you can, kind of stay comfortable and avoid the things that life will continually point out to you that you need to work on and figure out.
Yeah.
And the choice is yours. And I see people who do it all the time. I work with a lot of people who have that experience and
Boom, get it.
sometimes you're like waiting for the right turn of somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. Do that. Just wait there until you get the turn. Sometimes you'll never get the turn and you feel like you just wasted 30 seconds or a minute or whatever. And sometimes they'll give you the perfect hit of body language that
Yes.
you're just after.
And so that's what we do. I partnered with an absolutely phenomenal, amazing business partner who
How'd you guys meet?
that was just a coincidence of
Oh, what?
following a coincidence.
Yeah, damn.
Following those things in life where one thing leads to the next. I met her through her partner who I worked with in the event field. It was doing bartending and event work and all that.
Okay.
And I happened to meet her and we were like instantly kindred spirits.
Yeah,
And I was
sometimes the
like,
universe just aligns in your favor like that, huh? Yeah, very cool.
And partnership is partnership. You know, sometimes it's a romantic relationship or a work relationship, but it's always that coming together of energy and sharing a common cause with somebody. And when you can really ride with someone who works with you and pursues goals really aggressively.
Yeah, your success is her success and vice versa.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's
wonderful.
really cool because everywhere we go and the people that we work with, people need this stuff so much in their life, and they resonated with it because they're just connecting with themselves at the end of the day.
Sure, yeah, and that's probably something a lot of people don't do very often, is connect with themselves, right?
Or like talk about your feelings. One of our quotes that we use is very simple, but it's let's get emotional, right?
Yeah.
It's like people will be like,
people are scared of emotional.
They're so
There's kind of a
scared.
stigma to emotions, you know? You don't want to be labeled as crazy or dramatic but sometimes emotion's a healthy thing, right?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
We're all doing it, even if we're not talking
even
about
if we're not talking about
Yes,
it.
exactly.
I don't know, I just like this postcard shot of these two,
I know, right?
this guy with the burger up here. I'm gonna get him. Just a little postcard shot, boom. I'm gonna get that guy, and I got that guy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it. How do you coach somebody on being emotionally intelligent?
Yeah, good question. We start with something really simple, which is thoughts, feelings, and actions, right? So we start with something that people can resonate with because you use those three things all day, every day.
Okay. Thoughts,
then
feelings, actions. Gotcha. Okay.
Right? So you're thinking around 80 to 90,000 original thoughts every single day. You are having feelings about those things, whether or not you follow the process of why those feelings come up. It's happening. And then you take actions all day long. Anything from brushing your teeth to talking to somebody, cooking dinner, or whatever.
So the thoughts are always they're always a precursor to your feelings, would you say?
Your thoughts are always the originator of a feeling,
Sure.
right? So something happens and then we have a reaction to it. And it's either a reaction that you're in control of or you're not in control of. And oftentimes it's just a pattern that we've practiced a lot of times, so we're not even aware of why we're reacting the way we react.
Oh, this guy, he matches the sand perfectly. You see that?
Yes.
So, I don't know, let's see.
His girlfriend?
Yeah, let's see. I like these two, but let's see. They're great.
You go for it, Corey.
I'm not seeing it though. I'm not seeing it though. You know, I like the way his outfit matches the sand behind him. He's kind of camouflaged to the beach, but I'm just not seeing the. I mean, maybe it's something else. And then back here, so I'm gonna pretend like I'm pointing to something in the background, even though they're my actual target, right?
Yes.
But you got the target of the rocks, like that go off into the background. It's pretty sweet. I think he's on to me. He's looking right at me, probably.
Also, this stereo, I'm like, where do you buy something like that these days? Because I love it.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I like it too. Yeah, I like it too. I'm gonna take this view shot here. Boom. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I always. Yeah, something I always try to keep my eye on is where the sun is, where the light source is originating from, and I'll try to shoot in that direction.
Lighting is everything.
Lighting is everything.
The light from your light that you find on your inside to the light that you get on the outside is everything. Yes.
That vitamin D, baby. It's the glow.
Don't you know?
Watch your step. All right, so you want to go into this park here and see what we see? It's gonna get extra crazy in here, so we have to treat this machine gun style, you know, just.
It is extra crazy. Okay.
Yeah, let's just shoot crazy. Let's just get after it, you know. It's kind of beautiful, so I'm gonna see if maybe I can compose a nice image of just of those chairs.
I love it.
So let's see what we got. And I think I'm gonna go vertical with this. Go vertical. Oh, and you know what else I'm just realizing?
What?
Primary colors.
Oh, yeah.
We got the yellow, blue, and the red. That's maybe why it caught my eye. Boom. There we go. All right, so we're talking about thoughts, feelings, and then what was the third one? Actions?
Action.
Okay, so the thoughts lead to feelings,
Yes.
and then those feelings lead to somebody's actions, whether they're positive or negative actions.
Absolutely. So you can follow the process of your thoughts, feelings, and actions on any given day, right? So you can think of, when I wake up in the morning, there's probably an onslaught of 30 thoughts that enter your mind immediately, right?
The only thing I think about is my lovely wife.
Oh.
Non-stop.
Good answer.
Yeah, she's my dominating thought.
Yes. Obviously. And you just think of the 30 ways that you love her so much.
Exactly.
She's so amazing, she makes your life
Absolutely.
better, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
So then when you have all those great feelings that you have immediately when you wake up, my wife is so awesome, I love her so much, can't believe she's my life. It brings you a feeling instantly when you have that thought.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And then when you have that feeling, it makes you want to have a reaction. And so you might follow through by rolling over and kissing her on her cheek, or you might send her a lovely text message about how much you love her, or you might just sit in that moment and express gratitude for how much you love your wife. But you had that process of thoughts, feelings, and actions about that one little tiny moment in your life.
Sure.
And we do it tens of thousands of times.
And this is making sense now how you said that people can get stuck in the same pattern of those thoughts, feelings, and actions. And sometimes those thoughts aren't so great. And then those actions are not so great.
Or sometimes you might kiss your wife on the same cheek every morning and she says, I love to be kissed on the right cheek too.
I would never.
Exactly.
It's left cheek or bust, baby.
Exactly. And so if you want to have a experience that might be different than what you've been doing and you don't know how, start with interjecting different thoughts, feelings, and actions into that process. So you can, even if you have the same thought and feeling, you can try a different action and it'll lead to a different result.
A different result.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. So even if you feel,
break the cycle.
Break the cycle.
Yeah.
Break the cycle.
I love that. Very
That's
cool.
It's simple.
And now, what is the company that you guys started? The business. It's Equality Edu, right?
Yes.
Very cool. Who came up with that name? Because I love it.
Oh, lots of hours of market research. Thank you, by the way.
I mean, it's a wonderful name.
Thank you. So we are educational vendors. So we're in the schools working with kids of all ages, colleges, all the way down to the little itty bitties. And then we are, and teachers, educators, parents, all of that. And
they definitely need some emotional intelligence training for real. Yeah, for sure.
And then we also do it with people all around the world. We partner with nonprofits, we work with just the general public, we have a monthly membership. If you just want to practice this yourself and end your generational traumas and all that.
Oh, the old generational traumas.
Yeah,
it sneaks in.
I know.
It's the slimiest. It gets its tentacles in there and you don't even realize it's happening until somebody points it out. Yeah.
Exactly. The thought was maybe planted to you by someone else who believed that. And you took it on and didn't even realize why you think the things you think was because someone else told you it was the right way.
Yeah.
Question everything.
That's not even your real feeling. It's not even your real, I watch people sometimes get upset or mad, and I know I'm guilty of this. I've been upset before, and then do I really even care about that? Or am I upset just because I think I'm supposed to be upset about this thing?
Yeah.
I've caught myself doing that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing, for real.
Or have you ever been in a great mood and somebody asks you how you're feeling, and you're like, they'll be like, oh man, like I'm having a really bad day, and you feel like it just brings you like.
Oh yeah, that energy is contagious.
And you're like, wait, but I just felt really good a minute ago. What did I do here?
Yeah.
Yep. You got to stand with your vibe.
Well, that also just goes to show you how important it is to surround yourself with the right people.
Totally.
Yeah, you had a bunch of really great quotes I saw on your Instagram about are your friends empowering you or are they bringing you down? Yeah. And that's huge. Yeah. Can you speak a little more about that?
So that's all your relationships, really. It's your relationship with yourself and how you talk to yourself. You want to be your own best friend because you're the only one who's going to stand up for the things you need in life. And then there's also the relationships you have that are intimate with someone romantically or with your family.
Sure.
We all have crazy families, you guys.
Don't we all? Ain't that the truth? Yeah.
And then the people who are your friends who you surround yourself with. You can't pick your family, unfortunately, but your friends and your romantic relationships are ones that should be supportive of who you need to be as you continue to grow.
Sure.
So we might meet somebody and understand who they are in that moment, but the whole purpose of true friendship and exchanging love with other humans is for you to understand that a person is on the right path if they are different than when you first met them.
Absolutely. I was such a different person from 20 to 25, from 25 to 35. I mean,
good job,
night and day difference.
Good job.
Night and day difference.
Yes.
I'm still a dumb redneck from Missouri, but night and day difference.
Just the patterns, just the patterns.
But I agree with that though. If you're not trying to evolve and better yourself, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's not fair to the people that you're surrounding yourself with either. I want to give them the best version of myself.
Exactly.
And I can honestly say that about all of my closest friends too. I'm very, very blessed in that I've had some of the best friends for 20 plus, 30 plus years now.
That's rare.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize my best friend, my oldest friend, we've been boys since 9 years old.
Wow.
And he's still my ride or die dude. You know what I'm saying? It's just
grew together.
We grew together, and we strayed, and we messed up a lot, and we came back, and it's just. But everything that we went through and all those situations just made our relationship better, made it stronger. You know what I mean? And now we're at the age where we're just like we know till we die. You know what I mean? Till we go to the earth.
Yep.
I like this right here. Sorry.
Get it. Bust it out.
Busted it out. I was a little late in the game. It happens quick, man. All right, shall we go down?
Let's do it.
Let's go down.
All right.
Let's get Tom down these steps first so he doesn't break his neck. Don't fall down the steps. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. For that, 20,000.
Love it. Yeah. Cool.
Like, sorry, love you, bye.
Run, bro. Please remain seated.
Keep your hands and arms and your leggings inside the vehicle at all times.
Hold on tight.
Yeah, you better hold those bad boys. So let's talk about your life experience. So how long have you been doing Equality Edu? Oh, she's an oldie but a goodie.
No, that's so bad.
Oh, an oldie but a goodie.
Ooh,
Yeah, she does. Oh, so anyway, yeah, so we just rode the Cyclone.
Yeah.
What'd you think? I thought it was pretty damn fun.
Oh, it far exceeded my
It
expectations.
really did.
Yeah, it really did. Yeah.
It surprised me because I was thinking there's no way this old rickety roller coaster can provide me with a thrill, but it
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
I've been thrilled today.
And then we had to wait a little bit because the ride was broken, so that always like boosts
Oh,
the,
yeah.
you know, that
Yeah.
brings the rush up a little bit.
The car before us, there was something malfunctioning, and it took them a while to get it going. And then we stood there and waited as they fixed the next car in,
Yeah.
and watched them fix the car that we got on.
Yeah.
We may have lost our lives.
Yeah. Whenever they bring the tools out, it gives you a little momentary rush.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, it was so fun though.
Yes.
It was so fun, and I had my phone the whole time, just gripped.
Yes.
That death grip. But you ignored my interview
Yes.
question when we were up there.
Oh, what was it?
I was
Is
just
this
trying to talk about
surprise
Equality
ride?
Edu. Yeah, I don't know.
What?
But before the Equality Edu, you were helping small business entrepreneurs kind of get off their feet, kind of
Yes.
navigate the pitfalls of being an entrepreneur, you know?
Yes. Just tell me. Once I realized, I was doing all the jobs just to pay the bills, and once I realized that I had this interest in helping people discover their greatness, I started working with individuals who were starting businesses that had their own passion project that they were trying to make successful.
Okay,
And
been
so I
there,
would
done
help-
that, yeah.
Exactly.
For sure, yeah.
And so you're familiar with the resilience that it takes to get up every day and find your own paycheck.
Yeah, getting paid is important. It's so important.
And it takes the
Yeah.
confidence of knowing that you bring value, your own value into the world, whatever it may
Sorry, keep talking. I thought I had a moment there, but it was too fleeting.
What about you? How did you find, so I work with people to help them strategize and meet those goals
Sure.
towards the passion that they wanted to make a living from.
Sure.
For you, how have you stayed resilient and become such a badass photographer over so many years?
Badass photographer, I don't know about that, but my normal business, that was a rough go at the very beginning because I was just kind of thrust in the deep end with no clients all of a sudden. I woke up one day and I had no more clients. And I told myself a long time ago, and there's nothing wrong with working in the industry, bar life, nightlife, nothing wrong with that at all. Some of my favorite people in the world have come out of restaurants and bars, but I told myself I will never go back to that.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not going back to
Me too,
that.
bro.
And so I spent, 2 weeks on the couch crying every day, in the shower crying every day, just thousands and thousands of emails until somebody was finally like, yeah, you can shoot my listing. And that's, yeah, but dude, that was that sucks though, so bad. It was just.
Haven't cried in the shower.
If you haven't cried in the shower, you're not a real entrepreneur. For real, you have to have that oh shit moment though. It sucks, but you have to go through it. Now I think it makes you stronger as a person. It develops character. If you can make it through that, you can make it through anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What were some of the pitfalls with the entrepreneurs that you helped out though? Like what did you find that was the most common thing? Was just not sticking to it, giving up too soon, or?
It's definitely the instant gratification.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So what people do is they see something that they want for themselves,
Leeway.
fall short-sighted on what type of effort it's going to take to accomplish a similar result.
Oh, people think it'll be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they think it'll be quick.
Yeah, overnight.
So the idea is to pick something that you.
But that's the era of which we live in, though. People,
Totally.
the TikTok era, and the whole they think it's just boom. They see dumb people getting rich overnight with I get it.
The trick to it is to pick something that literally gets you out of bed every morning. So you want to decide to do something every day that gets you fired up and gets you motivated to keep doing it. Because that's the thing that when like stuff's really hard and you're crying in the shower and you don't know where the next client is going to come from, it's going to motivate you to keep doing it because you enjoy what you're actually pursuing.
Yeah, and I mean, look, real estate photography is not something that I'm deeply passionate about, but I'm pretty lucky to have that as my main profession.
Yeah.
It's so. Welcome to motherfucking Coney Island, baby. Let's go. Oh, it's going. It's going right in there, baby.
What's your real passion, Corey?
Street photography. Just out here shooting.
That's your real passion.
Yeah. No, real estate photography is not my real passion. What I do to pay the bills. This is my side passion.
Real
Yeah.
estate. Okay, so take two. Real estate photography is not your real passion.
No, but it's so closely tied to what I really love doing, which is going out and taking photos.
Yes.
I'm very. So I was in a photography competition last year, and we sat down with all these other street photographers at dinner after the first night.
Yeah.
And all of them had regular 9-to-5 jobs. Yeah. And when they all heard that I was actually a photographer as my profession, their jaws kind of dropped.
Yes,
It was. I didn't really notice it. My wife on the show said, "Did you notice everybody's reaction when they told them that you were actually a photographer? That's what you do for a living."
Yeah.
And nobody else at that table did. And they're all very good street photographers, but they all had they're in finance or whatever it is, you know. But yeah.
There's nothing wrong with living that paycheck life. It's just about making sure that it's something that you. Oh my God, there's a baby goat.
Oh, we heard about this earlier. I think I didn't see it either. Where is it?
It's right here.
Oh, it's behind Tom's big butt. Oh my God, Tom! Don't step on the baby goat. Don't step on the goat. Oh, yeah, you match. You match the goat. The goat matches the goat. You see what I did there? Oh, it's amazing. So cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. So much fun energy down here in Coney. And apparently we missed a fight while we were on the roller coaster. I don't know, yeah. It wouldn't be a day at Coney without a fight, right? But that's awesome, and I can see how that helping entrepreneurs kind of establish themselves and stick with it led you to doing what you're doing now, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And entrepreneurship is just kind of the full end of the spectrum of that resilience, but these are the skills that people need in their life every day.
You know what it is?
Yes.
When you have that crying in the shower moment, it's transformative.
Totally.
It's transformative because it's a real make you or break you moment.
Yes. Yep. You get to that real raw place where you're like, oh, I gotta show out for myself.
Yep.
And you come to that fork in the road where you decide to really dedicate to something that's meaningful.
Yep.
Or you go back to the old pattern of what's comfortable and you don't spend another moment getting uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right? Learn that.
Yeah. That's one thing I'd always try to avoid is just becoming too soft. I want to be soft. Not physically, not mentally, you know, just. But I get soft mentally a lot though. My wife's always saying, "You're being a little bitch, bro." And you know what? She's usually right.
I would bet.
She's usually right.
I would bet. Yeah.
I don't like it when I'm called a little bee, but you know, sometimes you have to hear it from somebody.
Somebody's gotta tell you.
Yeah, somebody's got to tell you.
It could be anyone. It should be the person you love most.
Yes, that's true. I mean, our dog, she can't talk though.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. Yeah, it was a very transformative moment, and that helped kind of define who I am now.
Yeah.
A lot of things in life, though, like there's been many places where I was, just dark places, bad places, where I was just, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And then you have to kind of take the reins yourself and just figure you got to pull yourself up out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
I'm sure you can relate.
Yeah. And so those are those moments that you don't have to be an entrepreneur to have those moments. Everybody has a make or break yourself moment, and the idea is to challenge yourself into growing a new piece of you that feels better. You know, it's not that thing that you've always been compromising. It's like, oh, I can claim something that actually brings me more happiness than this old thing I was doing.
Yeah.
And we hope you do it.
So back in London, you had a kind of a transformative moment then. Was that in London? You lost the 100?
Yeah. So
talk about that, because first of all, that's not easy to do.
Yes.
And it's not easy to look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know, I need to make a drastic change.
Yes.
And then actually stick through it.
Yes.
Stick to it. The
Yes.
stick-to-itiveness.
Yes.
Talk about that, because that's a message that I think a lot of people need to hear.
Yeah. So, oh my God, it's just like a sun.
I know yours is way more handsome. That dog ain't shit compared to the sun, to the king himself. How dare you compare him to the king? That little popper to the king? What's the matter with you? I won't. I'm ratting you out.
Don't tell him.
Yeah.
So for me,
I know. I'm saying you saw it too. Let's get in there real quick and we'll jump by that. But see what I love about this? We have a great framing device. We've got this dark negative space leading right to. So I'm gonna pop in here real quick and see. Let's go explore. Yeah. Let's see. Go on. Oh, I don't know. I don't see it. I thought I saw it and I don't see it. I thought I saw it and I don't see it. Let's see. Anyway, so transformations. You had your own transformation.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that is a nice place as well. That's awesome too. Yeah, I love skulls too, man. See my hat? Yeah, so I feel you, bro.
I'm saying you train.
My wife got it for me, or else I'd let you have it.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too.
Hey, take it easy, man. Thank you, dude.
So yeah, anyways, transformation.
Yes.
Transformation station.
So I had that moment. I had my cry in the shower moment. My moment was actually literally in the bathroom as well.
It's therapeutic.
It must be. It is.
And
And
the vocals sound great in the bathroom.
Right.
So the sobbing sounds
exactly,
better.
amplified.
Yeah.
Yes. And I had that realization about myself. I had to make it.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, that's a.
And I was just like, okay. I looked at what I have been doing. I looked at the path that was going to lead me on if I continued with those same feelings, actions. And then I chose to make a difference in that exact moment. And so I started that day. I didn't have money for a gym membership. I had to go hopping in the park.
Okay.
But I didn't make excuses.
But you know, it's good that you started that day. It's good that you started that day. You didn't wait.
Yes.
You have to strike while the iron's hot, as they say.
Yes, exactly. And you take that inspired action. You decide on the thing where you don't have to do the whole big goal. I didn't
So good.
by tomorrow.
Sure.
But I started with 5 minutes a day. At first, I couldn't even jog.
Shut up.
Yep. I was like walking, like just going as fast as I could. And then within 2 months of me doing it every single day, I was running for 45 minutes at a time in the park.
That's amazing.
Still no money for the gym membership, but I made it happen. I
You don't need a gym though. You just gotta get moving.
Exactly. So that leads to an outcome where now years later, I have a whole different outlook on these things that I've built healthy habits around. Just starting with that small little bit every single day.
And so you lost what, 100 pounds? That's a small human.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, the full size human.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's incredible.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I get that. That's too cute to pass up.
A simple formula, if you will, to creating those transformations in anybody's life around any topic. But people kind of don't know where to start.
Okay.
And that's why equality education is so important, because we give really hands-on ways for you to tackle like a really big, sometimes overwhelming change in your life. And we break it down and we give people a understanding, awareness of where they are right now.
Sure.
And how they can just start one day at a time.
awesome. And you also work with little ones though too, right?
Yeah.
I saw the cutest thing you guys had. Some little ones come up and say some positive affirmation, put themselves in the mirror with the microphone. How adorable is that?
I love that.
Yeah, he knows. I'm a freak.
And so, yes,
So positive of the light, the way it's coming down in this section of the boardwalk right here.
and it's like right behind
The light is right.
the pillar. I
The
know.
light is just right. I don't even know. I mean, it's just pretty to look at.
It's cheating, but look at that. As we realize how different our, and so she's had her own shadowy and dramatic moments herself, right? As we all have. And we started the company off of realizing how different our life would be if somebody knew how to teach us about this stuff when we were little.
Oh, well, for sure.
What if somebody had me go into a mirror when I was little and talk about how beautiful I was and the great things that I had as a person and how I could share that with other people? And, you know, nobody, the adults around us typically don't know how to have those types of conversations, so we miss out.
Most people were kids when they had kids.
Yeah. So you're still learning and unlearning. But what if somebody came and talked to you about awareness of your thoughts, feelings, and actions when you were a little one? And you could have.
I go back on
this.
this. I've gone back on this a couple times, back and forth on this a couple times.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't go through the experiences that I did growing up.
Totally. Totally.
Would I think would it have helped me? Absolutely.
Yes.
Definitely. But at the
How you
same
build
time,
resilience.
same time.
What?
The good motorcycle guy. The guy with the motorcycle. I got a couple of shots of him back there at the grill.
Yeah.
I just love it. I just like what I think they call it a cut. Motorcycle guy, he's the weather, so it's cut.
Yeah,
Leaf, don't quote me on that. But it's looks like the pads, the motorcycle club name on it.
Yeah.
You know, they got a Grim Reaper on the back of his other jacket.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just awesome. It's
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, but you were saying?
So here's the thing, is you teach the skill for challenging yourself when you're little. So the person doesn't avoid the challenges in life.
Sure.
It's not about growing up soft, right? It's about growing up with the understanding that you can be limitless and you can actually, you are in charge of all the things that you're choosing or you're not choosing, even if you're not aware of what you're choosing. So I'll say that one more time. Is even if you are aware that you're not, you're always choosing.
Yeah.
So even if I laid on the couch instead of going to the gym, I still have this, right?
Yeah.
And so the idea isn't to avoid the things that are emotional life. The idea is for you to become limitless in the pursuit of those experiences.
But I love that. Alright, so we're going to wrap this episode out. Coney Island was absolutely amazing.
Yep.
So much fun. So much wildness. It was wild. It was crazy. I loved it.
Great photos.
I think you might have taken the cake too. I don't know. We'll see. Once we get it back in the studio, we'll see what you did. But I feel confident about it. Anything you want to tell everybody about you? What you got going on? About yourself?
We would love to help everybody discover their greatness. You can check out my company at the Equality Edu on social or theequalityeducation.com on our website. We go all around the world and we train people and we have a monthly membership online and we sell amazing workbooks. Reach out to us. We would love to.
Absolutely. And follow Ninja and the Rose on
Yes.
Instagram for life advice, relationship advice. There's all sorts of advice. They're full of good little nuggets of wisdom.
Yes.
I appreciate it a lot. So
And thank you for having us.
you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming through. How's your Friday?
It's great.
Yeah, you ready?
Yes.
All right, we're on the count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Karate! Woohoo!